Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. Just giving you all a chance to get connected. And hang on, I need to make sure you have volume. Oh, you have volume and I can see myself, so we're good to go. So this morning we are doing our Blue Trees Craftalong. So if you have this kit, pull it out. My daughter Leah is here with us behind the camera, so if you have questions, just go ahead and type them in there and she'll stop me while I'm in the middle. If it's a question of how to do something, she might wait if it's a question about products and stuff, if I'm in the middle of something. So anyways, and I'll be typing in answers after the craft along. So I'll type in your answers after and do some links after also. So anyways, let's go down to the table. Okay, I think we're down to the table. Okay, so we're doing our triple tier, or Blue Trees triple tier slider craft along. And then also you have a kit for this Mini Slimline card. This one we're not going to do together. Most of the time it's going to take our triple tier slider, so you can do our little Mini Slimline after. So we're just going to set that aside. And our triple tier slider kit. I'm going to pull that out and show you what's in the kit. So the triple tier slider is these 3 pieces, okay, along with some bands. Okay, yours aren't orange. I colored mine orange just so you could see them later on when we're on the white. So our triple tier slider is a big tier, a middle tier, a top tier. These items are pre-scored and then they have slits cut in them. You are going to set them up in front of you, and we're first going to attach pieces. Actually, we're going to do a little bit of brush blending first. So let's pull out our 3 printed pieces. Okay, and if you want to do some brush blending, I just did a little brush blending at the top of the trees, so I'm going to do that first. I already did it on my little one. I'm going to do it on my other 2, and then we're going to set up our tiers. So I did use just a medium blue ink pad, brush blend, and you don't have to do this. So I'm just adding a little bit of blue at the top of the trees. Totally up to you. Also, when you're done, if you want to add snow falling, you can do that. I'm not going to do that today. And I also added glitter on mine, and I'm going to do that after. Just because I don't want to wait for dry time while you're all watching me. So, okay, so if you want to brush blend at the very top of your trees, just a tiny bit, just to give the sky a little bit of color. The little clicky click you hear is Winnie with us. So she's not participating in the craft along. She's just playing with her rope. So anyways, so we have our printed pieces. And now we are going to attach pieces to our triple tier slider. In your directions, you have a little diagram showing you. So you're going to set up your tiers, and you want the bump side down, and you want the tape tabs, which are these right here, facing your belly. Okay, so the bump sides are down, tape tab facing your belly, and then your slits are at the top. Okay, slits are at the top. We set them up this way because there's, and you can see it more on this larger one, there's a smaller space on one end than the other end. So we specifically set it up that way, so when we pull it out, you have this smaller space at the top. Now I normally do triple tier sliders pulling up and down, and they're very easy for me to do. Pulling sideways, I kind of had to rethink myself, and I do have to kind of mentally think to make sure I have everything set up correctly. So you're going to set up bump side down and tape tab towards the bottom, slits near the top, and you're going to attach your pieces. So you're going to pull out all of your pieces, and I'm just going to set them up. You can start attaching them. We have our big mirror card, and I'll attach mine too. I'm just going to set them up. Big mirror card, silver MirriSparkle, blue, And then we have our biggest tree layer. On our tier 2, we have our silver MirriSparkle, our blue layer, which is basis blue, then our middle tier, and then on our top tier, we have just our, actually I think I'm missing a MirriSparkle piece. Or maybe I'm not. No, I'm not, just a blue, sorry. A blue and that. Now, for your circles, you can either attach those between 2 layers, or if I forget and I just attach them to the back, sometimes I'll put a piece of Scotch tape over this just so it doesn't get stuck while it's sliding in and out. Sometimes you'll catch that. So I'll just put Scotch tape. So you can either attach it to the back or you can attach it in between layers, because then you don't have to worry about it getting stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and attach mine, and you all should be taping right now. Again, your bump side is down. I'm going to do it on my actual.
What do the quotes on the card say?
What do the quotes on the card say? The front one says, I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees. And then the middle one says, between every 2 pines is a doorway to a new world. And then I don't have anything on the smaller one.
And then are the kits still available to purchase?
The kits are still available to purchase. They're on our class page. And then also on our sale page. So we don't have a discount code for today. I just put some items on our sale page, and I put the triple tier slider on our sale page, so discounted a couple dollars. And then I put a class kit, so it's our rainbow class kit from last year. I still have some of those left, so that's on our sale page. And then also a almost done card kit where you can make 2 of these cards. So I put that on our sale page too, along with the silver MirriSparkle. That's just slightly under 8.5 by 11 size, so that's on our sale page. And then the other thing, at the very top of our sale page, it says cascading card kits. My next month craft along, I'll show you in a minute. You guys are probably going to be way faster at taping because I'm showing you other stuff too. But my next month craft along is a cascading card kit, and I do not have that on our class page yet, but I did put some of the cascading card kits on our sale page just for the day. So this is my next month craft along. Again, not on our class page yet, but if you want to save on any of the cascading card kits, it's a 5-count kit of single colors, you can do that. So those items are going to be on our sale page through tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to tape on my demo one. Hang on a second. Let me get my tier out. So yeah, you guys should be attaching your pieces. And we're just getting these all set up. Now I did print these. You'll notice that the printing is a little bit different on the triple tier slider versus on the Mini Slimline. The Mini Slimline, I took the trees, I made them one color, and then I just made them a little bit more translucent. And I wasn't quite sure how I was liking that. So on the triple tier slider, I actually stamped them and scanned them in. So that's why you notice a little bit of difference in the trees on the 2 cards. So again, your smallest one, you can either attach your circles to the back, or you can slide them in between layers, because then when you're sliding it in and out, you don't have that extra little hump there that sometimes gets stuck. But if you did put it on the back, I like to just use Scotch tape and cover that up, because that gives a nice smooth back. But let's go ahead and I'll just sandwich mine in between. If we have time at the end, I'll show you some other triple tier slider samples. I'm never sure. Oops, I don't want to write on my demo one. Never sure how much time I'm going to have, so I always will get this done first, and then if I have time for more samples, I'll show you those at the end. So I sandwiched mine, but again, you can attach it to the back. And if you do that, I just like to cover it up with a little bit of Scotch tape, just so it's nice and smooth pulling in and out. So, and your optional things to do, and I like to do these at the end because then we don't have to wait for dry time, would be to take a glue pen along the hillside and then add some glitter to my hillside, or you can take on the front one and you can add some white snow dots with some white acrylic paint. Okay, so now we have our 3 tiers all ready to go, and we're going to start with the smallest tier. Okay, hang on. So we have our middle tier and our smallest tier up, and we are going to turn over. So just turn it over, and actually in the picture it is facing this way. Oops, no, it's facing this way. So we have our slits on one side. And let me just draw those. So we have our slits on one side, and then we have our tape tab. We have our scores. So, and I'm on the back of mine. So you're going to turn it over so it's in front of you. So your little tape tab is on your left, and your slits are on your right. And then we have our triple tier, or our 3rd tier. We are going to take our bands, which you have them and they're white. I just drew mine orange, so then you could see it against the white. And on here, you can see that this area right here is just slightly smaller than this area. You notice it more on the largest tier, but you want this up at the top or the direction that you're sliding it out. So we're going to put our band in there. We're just going to slide that through. I should have colored both sides. And then we're just going to make a paper loop. So we're going to put a little bit of tape right here, and then we're going to fold our loop down. So this band is going to slide up and down. So we have our band, and we're just going to put tape on top of the one short side. Make sure there's no tape sticking out because you don't want it to get stuck. Then you're just going to fold that over so you have this paper loop that will slide all the way up and down. But you want to put it all the way in the down position. Okay, and then your tier 3, your smallest tier, is going to attach face up. It's going to be flush to the top, and your circle is going to be sticking out of the top. And I'm just going to show you really quick what this is going to do before I attach tape to it. And I kind of like to do this just to make sure I'm doing it right, okay, before I get everything taped. So when you fold here, you're going to very gently fold at your score. So you're going to put your hand kind of behind it, because if you just fold from this end, you might fold at this slit because it is a little bit weaker right there with the slit. So I like to stick my hand behind it and make sure I fold at that score. Okay, so this is going to go here, and I'm just going to do it to make sure I have it set up right before I put tape on it. And then when I pull it out, all of my trees are in the right direction. So I just did check that out before putting tape on it. Okay, so now you're going to put tape on your band. So your band is going to be able to slide all the way up and down. You have it in the down position. You're going to put tape on top of your band. Okay, so let's put tape on our band. And we're going to do this twice with the other tier. So you'll see this again repeated with between the middle tier and the biggest tier. We're going to line it up flush with this edge, flush to the top, and centered right to left. Okay, here we go. So straight up and down. Now when you fold it, again, your score is right here. You want to very Gently fold so you're folding on the score. Fold that over to the middle. Now you can check it out. You can turn it over, check it out again. Then we're going to fold this tape tab in. So we're folding it on the score, fold the tape tab in, and tape is going on top of it. Now you don't want to get any tape hanging out. So I'm going to pull down my little bit narrower tape gun. Instead of my 1/2 inch, I've got my 1/8 inch tape gun. And I'm going to fold this over. This tape tab will end up attaching right here. Okay? So that's why you don't want any tape sticking out, because you don't want it to run into this slit or this band. So now we have our middle tier and our smallest tier. Now we're going to do the same thing with our largest tier. So you're going to turn it over. I'm going to turn it over, and I am going to turn it just because I'm more used to doing it this way. And again, I have my slits on my right, and I have my scores. Now we're doing this a second time, so we're just repeating what we're doing. And we have our tape tab. So now you can see on this one very easily that this space at the bottom is much larger than the space at the top. The space at the top is also the space at the side, so we want the smallest space here so we can pull it out the furthest. So we're going to take our little band or our insert, we're going to feed that through our slits. And again, it doesn't matter. Last time I did it, I fed it this way. It doesn't matter. Either way, you're making a paper loop. Doesn't matter which side this little small end is on, but you're going to put tape right here. Okay, you guys are quiet. No questions. You're all working hard. Which is good, because this one takes a little bit. So we have our tape there. We're just going to fold that over, make sure it's straight. Now this band does slide up and down, but we want to put it all the way in the down position. And this is just repeating what we did before. We're going to end up putting tape on our little slider piece. Make sure no tape is hanging off, because we don't want it to get stuck. Now we have our tier 2, tier 3, so our middle and our smallest tier. And again, we're going to put those face up with the circle going out. We're going to line up this side flush with this top part. Our band that slides up and down is all the way in the bottom position. Make sure it's centered left to right. Okay, center that. Push on it. Now we're going to fold. So again, put your hand behind the whole thing, because you don't want to fold from this side. It's a little bit weak where the slit is, and you want to make sure you fold on the score. So we're going to fold that in. Now we're going to turn it over. Big reveal. Make sure all the trees are going in the right direction. Yes, they are. Yay. Turn that back over. Now we're going to fold our tape tab in and put tape on top of our tab. Again, I'm going to pull out my 1/8 inch tape gun because I don't want any extra tape hanging out. And we're going to fold this in. This tape tab is then going to attach right here. So it's going to be on the inside. Okay, so that's going to attach right there. And then we have our triple tier slider. Yay, it works. So now we do have a little bit of time. So I am going to get my glue pen out. Now optimal would be to do this before you even started, but we didn't want to wait for it to dry. But when you're doing other ones, you could do this ahead of time. I never want to add too much bulk to these pieces, and I don't want to pop anything up on here with foam tape, because they could get stuck going in and out. but a little glue pen with glitter is fine. I am just going to leave it dry, so I'm going to leave it open to dry. But I do just have my glue pen, and I'm just going to add some glitter to my snow hills. I'm going to leave it open to dry, and I do have a done one here that I can pull in and out for you. And if you're not a glitter girl, don't worry about it. You don't have to put glitter on. That's just something if you want to, or you may have something else that you can add to it. But you don't want to add too much bulk ever. So where do you write on the triple tier sliders? You can either write on this one, or if you just want it to be pretty all the way across, you can write on the back. So there, we just added some glue, and if you want to add some white snow going right here, you can. So I'm going to set this one aside to dry, and since we have a couple minutes, I'm going to pull out my other one. Where is my other one? Okay, hang on a second. I'm looking for my Blue Trees. Oh, my thank you one. There we go. So on our little Mini Slimline, I added a little bit of blue up here, and I added some glitter at the bottom of the trees, and also with your thank you, you have two of them. So you do have a white one and a silver one, and I did offset the white one a little bit from the silver, or you can do them opposite. So you can do the silver underneath it and the white on top. That's totally up to you. And again, this would look really pretty with some snowflakes added to there. But let's just go and we'll show you a few triple tier sliders. Oh, question.
What's the stamp set you use for the trees?
Oh, the stamp set that I used. Good question. That's this one. It's the Rubbernecker pine tree set. And speaking of that, I am doing a layered tree class this week. I do have a few kits available, and that's on our class page. In that class, we are doing 3 cards, and you can order the kit with this tree stamp in it, or without. So in the class coming up this Thursday on my Facebook page, we're doing this sympathy card, and again, you have to stamp the trees, so you're layering the trees. And then we're also doing this. This is a Mini Slimline shutter card, which are not on our website yet, but they will be this coming week. So a Mini Slimline shutter card. And then we're also doing this one where we're stamping the trees in green and layering them together with just a regular slimline card. So that class called Layered Trees is available on our website, and you can order it complete with the stamp set, or just as a paper only if you have other trees that will work for that. So that was a very good question. But some other triple tier slider cards are Rainbow One, and again, that one is available as an almost done card kit on our sale page, which you get to make 2 of these exact cards. Or this is a class kit that has the triple tier slider, and then it also has this Just Smile card in it. So that's a class kit. That's on our sale page too. Then we have this birthday one, which you can use different pattern papers. See, this one gets stuck a little bit because I should put tape over the top of there, then it doesn't get stuck. Then we have another snowflake one. That one's fun. A snowman one. An autumn one, which some of you may have done this at a different event last year. But yeah, sometimes depending, yep, my little back is getting stuck right there. So tape over that helps. And then I think we did this one last year too. So that is our triple tier slider. And then upcoming, which I haven't even given the video to One of a Kind yet, is this cascading card kit, in which you'll be able to order this, but it's not available online quite yet. But this is one of our cascading cards, and we'll do this as a craft along in March. So thank you for joining me today for our Blue Trees Craftalong, and we'll see you online every Thursday on my Facebook page, or on my YouTube channel. I'll do a demo for you every Thursday. So have a great day, guys. See you later. Have fun.